Azerbaijan, the land of fire. Hello friends, in today's video we will explore Azerbaijan, the pearl of the Caucasus, known for its rich culture, ancient history, and breathtaking nature. What makes this country famous? What historical monuments and natural wonders does it have? Let's find out together. Before we start, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and leave your comments. Let's begin. General information. Azerbaijan's location and importance. Azerbaijan is a country located in the South Caucasus, on the western shore of the Caspian Sea. Geographical location. Azerbaijan is situated at the crossroads of Europe and Asia. It borders Russia to the north, Georgia and Armenia to the west, Iran to the south, Turkey to the northwest, and the Caspian Sea to the east. Due to its strategic location, Azerbaijan was an important stop along the historic Silk Road. Key facts. Capital, Baku. Official language, Azerbaijani. Population, approximately 10 million people. Area, 86,600 kilometers. Currency, Azerbaijani Manat, AZN. Government, Presidential Republic. History. Azerbaijan has an ancient and rich history. The lands of Azerbaijan have been home to various civilizations for thousands of years. The country's history can be divided into several important periods. Ancient Azerbaijan, 4th millennium BC, 1st century AD. Azerbaijan's territory has been inhabited since prehistoric times. The Gobistan petroglyphs and the discovery of ancient human remains in the Azak cave prove that people have lived here since the Stone Age. Azak cave. The remains of a prehistoric human dating back 350,000 years were found here. Gobustan rock art. Petroglyphs dating back 40,000 years depict the lives of ancient inhabitants. The Kingdom of Mana, 9th to 6th centuries BC, an ancient state located in the south of Azerbaijan near modern-day Tabriz. Media and the Achaemenid Empire, 6th to 4th centuries BC. Azerbaijan was part of the Median and later the Persian Achaemenid Empire. Caucasian Albania, 4th century BC, 7th century AD. A powerful ancient kingdom in northern Azerbaijan where Christianity was introduced. Medieval Azerbaijan, 7th to 16th centuries. This period saw Azerbaijan under various rulers, becoming an important cultural and trade center. Arab Caliphate, 7th-9th centuries. Islam was introduced, and Arabic became widely used. Many Islamic architectural and cultural influences emerged. Shirvanshahs, 9th to 16th centuries. One of Azerbaijan's longest-standing dynasties. The capital was Shamaki. The Palace of the Shirvanshahs, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, was built during this era. Safavid Empire, 16th to 18th centuries. Established in 1501 by Shah Ismail I, Shia Islam was declared the official religion. Azerbaijani language was widely used in administration. Early modern period, 18th to 19th centuries. The era of Khanates, 18th century. Following the decline of the Safavids, Azerbaijan was divided into over 20 Khanates. Kuba, Baku, Sheki, Karabakh, Ganja, Nakhchivan, and Yerevan were among the key Khanates. Wars between Russia and Persia, 19th century. Azerbaijan was split between Russia and Persia due to wars in 1804 to 1813 and 1826 to 1828. The treaties of Gulistan, 1813, and Turkmenchay, 1828, officially divided Azerbaijan into northern, under Russian rule, and southern, under Persian rule. 20th century and the Azerbaijan Democratic Republic, 1918 to 1920. Azerbaijan Democratic Republic, 1918 to 1920. The first secular democratic republic in the Muslim world was established on May 28, 1918. Women were granted voting rights for the first time. A parliament and a university were founded. However, in 1920, the Soviet Union invaded Azerbaijan. Soviet era, 1920 to 1991. Soviet Azerbaijan, 1920 to 1991. Industrialization and collectivization were implemented. During World War II, Azerbaijani oil was vital for the Soviet Union. In 1945, an autonomous government was briefly established in southern Azerbaijan, but was soon suppressed. The 20th of January tragedy, Black January. The 20th of January tragedy, also known as Black January, took place on the night of January 19 to 20th, 1990, when Soviet troops were sent into Baku Azerbaijan, resulting in a brutal massacre. This event marked a turning point in Azerbaijan's struggle for independence from the Soviet Union. Causes of the tragedy. In the late 1980s, Armenian nationalist movements intensified, and Armenia made territorial claims over Nagorno-Karabakh, which was historically part of Azerbaijan. The Azerbaijani people began mass protests against the unjust policies of the Soviet government and Armenia's aggression. In January 1990, hundreds of thousands of people gathered in Baku, demanding sovereignty and justice. The Soviet leadership, led by Mikhail Gorbachev, decided to suppress the Azerbaijani national movement by using military force. Events of the night. On January 19, 1990, the Soviet government declared a state of emergency in Baku. That night, thousands of Soviet troops, equipped with heavy weaponry, entered the city and opened fire on civilians. Men, women, children, and the elderly were indiscriminately killed in the streets, in their homes, and even in hospitals. Medical personnel trying to help the wounded were also shot. By morning, 147 civilians were killed, hundreds were injured, and many were arrested or went missing. Consequences of the tragedy. Instead of breaking the Azerbaijani people's spirit, the massacre fueled the desire for independence. In 1991, Azerbaijan declared its independence, becoming free from Soviet rule. Every year on January 20, Azerbaijan honors the martyrs at Martyrs Alley, Shahidler Shiabana in Baku. The 20th of January tragedy remains a symbol of sacrifice and heroism, demonstrating the Azerbaijani people's determination to achieve freedom and sovereignty. The occupation of Karabakh and the Khojaly genocide. The occupation of Karabakh. The occupation of Karabakh began as a result of Armenia's territorial claims against Azerbaijan and separatist activities in 1988. With the support of Armenia, Armenian separatists in Nagorno-Karabakh launched attacks, leading to a full-scale war between 1991 and 1994. Key stages of the occupation. 1988. Armenian nationalists initiated a separatist movement in Nagorno-Karabakh and began attacking Azerbaijani civilians. 1991 to 1992. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, Armenian forces launched an open military invasion of Azerbaijan. 1992 to 1993, the Armenian army occupied Nagorno-Karabakh and 7 surrounding districts: Agdam, Fuzuli, Jabrail, Zangilan, Gubadli, Kalbajar, and Lachin. 1994, a ceasefire agreement, Bishkek Protocol, was signed between Azerbaijan and Armenia. As a result of the occupation, over 1 million Azerbaijanis became refugees and internally displaced persons, IDPs. Hundreds of historical monuments, mosques, and cultural sites were destroyed. The Khojaly genocide, February 25, 26, 1992. The Khojaly genocide took place on the night of February 25 to 26, 1992, when Armenian armed forces, supported by the Russian 366th Motorized Rifle Regiment, attacked the town of Khojaly. Horrific facts of the genocide. 613 civilians were brutally murdered, including 63 children, 106 women, 70 elderly people. 487 people were seriously wounded. 1,275 civilians were taken hostage, and 150 went missing. Many victims were tortured, beheaded, and burned alive. The Khojaly massacre is recognized as an act of genocide and a crime against humanity by many international organizations and countries. Independence and modern Azerbaijan, 1991 present. Azerbaijan's independence, 1991 present. Azerbaijan regained independence after the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991. In 1993, Haydar Aliyev came to power, stabilizing the country. In 1994, the contract of the century was signed, leading to rapid growth in the oil and gas sector. The 2020 Karabakh victory. In 2020, Azerbaijan's army won the 44-day patriotic war, liberating territories occupied by Armenia. In 2023, anti-terror operations ensured full control over Karabakh. Modern Azerbaijan, 2024 present. The country is rapidly developing in oil, gas, agriculture, and tourism. Azerbaijan plays a key role in international diplomacy. Azerbaijan's geography and nature. Azerbaijan has 9 climate zones, making its nature highly diverse. Mountains. The Greater Caucasus and Lesser Caucasus dominate the landscape. Bazarduzu Peak, 4,466 meters, is Azerbaijan's highest point. Shahdag, Tufandag, and Muravdag are popular for winter tourism. Seas and lakes. The Caspian Sea, the world's largest enclosed body of water, borders Azerbaijan. Lake Goygol and Maralgol are famous for their stunning beauty. Why is Azerbaijan called the Land of Fire? Yanar Dag, a natural gas fire that has been burning for centuries. Ateşka Fire Temple, a Zoroastrian place of worship. National parks and reserves. Gobistan, home to ancient petroglyphs, UNESCO listed. Hurkan National Park, rich in unique flora and fauna. Shahdag National Park, ideal for winter sports. Conclusion, video closing. History and culture. Azerbaijan stands out with its rich history and culture. Historical monuments. Maiden Tower, an ancient fortress and a symbol of Baku. Palace of the Shirvanshahs, a medieval palace protected by UNESCO. Gobistan rock carvings, 40,000-year-old petroglyphs depicting ancient human life. Culture. Mugam, Azerbaijani Mugam, is included in UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage List. Folk dances. Traditional dances such as Yali, Terakime, and Uzundere are widely known. Carpet weaving. Azerbaijani carpets are globally recognized and protected by UNESCO. Azerbaijani cuisine. Delicious dishes. Azerbaijani cuisine is known for its richness and unique flavors. Main dishes. Plav, one of Azerbaijan's national dishes with various types, shah plav, chicken plav, dil plav, etc. Dolma, a mix of meat and rice wrapped in grape leaves. Kebab and tikka, traditional grilled meat dishes. Kutab, thin dough filled with various ingredients. Tea culture. Tea holds a special place in Azerbaijan and is often served with jam. Tourism and attractions. Azerbaijan is an exciting destination for tourists. Baku, flame towers, a modern symbol of Baku. Içerişehir, Old City, a UNESCO-listed ancient city. Haydar Aliyev Center, a futuristic building designed by Zaha Hadid. Kuba and Gabala, Kuba, famous for its lush forests and red-roofed houses. Gabala, one of Azerbaijan's ancient capitals, known for its modern tourism facilities. Naftalan and medical tourism. Naftalan oil is unique in the world and has healing properties. Azerbaijan is a magnificent country that combines ancient history, rich culture, breathtaking nature, and delicious cuisine. Would you like to visit this beautiful country? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next videos.